Hello there and welcome to my YouTube channel, Do Lemon Neil Crafts. So today it's time to smash that small paper pad, and I'm actually so excited because for the first time ever in my entire crafty life I think I've smashed a paper pad. It's only taken me 3 months. So let's hope I'm a little quicker on the next one. But yeah, that is it. Those are the covers and those are the tiny bits that are left. So they will go into my bit box, so they will get used at some point. So let me show you all the things I have made. So this was a little paper clip that I just did at the end with the leftover bits that I had. This is a card, a bit of a retro style one there. I was also working from my bit box, so some of these elements, like those bits there, weren't actually part of the paper pad, but I decided to work through my bit box at the same time. So I've made 3 cards similar there with all the die cutting that I'd done with the flowers, and just did a bit of a watercolour background with my twinkling H2Os, which I sort of rediscovered when I did my craft room tidy up. I have this one. This one was the hardest piece of paper to cut into, partly because I loved it so much, and under normal circumstances I'd be hoarding it for something special, but like having to use it up was a good push. And I just teamed it up with a sentiment from my stash, and then these are some flowers that the lovely Dawn made me, but I quite like the contrast of the white with the bright colours. Again, this one was using up scraps. I'd even cut a circle out that I used on another card, but I sort of made it a feature. This one and another flower that I'd layered up from all the die cutting that I did last month. Again, pulled in a paper from another paper pad there and used the flowers that I'd made from the feature. This is the one that I made with you last time I was on. I can't find the very first card I made, but it'll still give you an idea. So again, use the die cut elements that I cut last time to create that one. This one here is from my bit box, and again some of the die cut elements. So I feel really good actually because I've got loads of stuff out of my bit box as well. These ones I actually fussy cut the flowers out of one of the papers. Again, did a sort of watercolory background. That's clearly what I was in the mood for doing today, because actually I've done the bulk of this today. Because as with everybody, life has been a bit strange and I hadn't got into my craft room, so this was the first chance. So because I was absolutely determined I wanted to smash the paper pad, I've just been playing all day. So that's the circle that I cut out earlier that was on that. So I also did a few journal pages. So this one you may have seen because I did that as part of my Take 5 art challenge. So that's some elements there, and then some of the bits in the background there are from the paper pad as well. This was lots of the leftover scraps, and I've even got, you know, the ends of the paper that were still attached to the paper. So that is one page I did, and that's another one, again using scraps of paper that were left over and some of the die cut elements. So that was those ones. I did that in my Jane Davenport journal. These will be going into my Junk and Disorderly. So I did actually find this quite cathartic. I'm going to do this more often with my paper pads. I'd kind of got to the end. Quite often when I'm doing stuff like this, I get to the point where I'm bored and I've been looking at it so long that I just can't do it anymore. So whatever was left, I was just sort of ripping it up randomly, sticking it down and then putting paint over it and doing my normal journaling style, and actually that worked really well for me. So again, I've used some of Dawn's flowers and some elements from my bit box for that one. This one was one that I kind of almost wish I'd done a process video on this one, to be honest, because as the page was developing I was really hating it, but then I kind of took all of it away with the black paint, and actually I've ended up really loving it. And again, these were the bits here were elements from my bit box, and I used some of the bright flowers there, and yeah, that is the last one. So what I'm going to do now is choose my next paper pad. Okay, so this is the paper pad I have chosen to do next. This was sent to me by the lovely Carol Ann from Kaj Crafts. I think it was a paper pad from the works, but it's so bright and colourful, and I love there's lots of elements like this that are going to be really fun for sort of layering up and doing a collage style. It's kind of almost got that collage look to it already, so I am thinking that this is the one I am going to go for next. So let's start the challenge together. I'll make a little card, and then I will, you know, hopefully over the next month have made quite a bit with it. I would like to get through this one slightly quicker than I got through the other one, but I think considering different things that I've had going on, that I'm actually quite pleased, because the first month was the whole I was down at Hachanda. See, like that actually could just be a card on its own like that, couldn't it? It's just fabulous. And then this month obviously there's been all the lockdowns and changes and isolation and all that sort of stuff, starting homeschooling. I've been sort of homeschooling for almost 3 weeks now because we've been in isolation. So yeah, lots of life changes. Right, I'm going to chop this bit of paper down and I will be back. Okay, so I have cut this down. I'm actually just going to add some torn sections to this. Yeah, and then I'm going to pop a little bit of this red polka dot underneath, like so. So I'm just going to, what I'll do is I will chop that there, and chop that there, and hopefully that should give me a bit of a guide. Polka dots and lines are quite easy just to sort of cut freehand because you can sort of follow the pattern. So that works quite well. Just it was absolutely stunning as it was, to be honest, but you just sometimes it feels nice to have at least put your own take on it a little bit. It's just so gorgeous. I'm kind of thinking, I don't know whether to do some little notebooks and things, because honestly this paper is just absolutely beautiful. It almost seems a shame to cut it up because the designs on it are so nice, and then I'm already looking at it thinking I'm going to have difficulty choosing between what side I'm going to be using. So yeah, I'm thinking that I might have to think other than cards. I'm just going to take a little notch out of that here as well, because I quite like the grid paper as well. So I may just put a little bit of that in while we're at it, like so. So I'll just cut a strip off of that. Yeah, I think I'm liking this so far, which is always good. It's always good when you're liking the way a project's going and not when you're trying to sort of salvage it from the depths of despair. Oh dear, so how is everybody coping with life at the minute? I am hoping to get and do a little bit more recording. As I said, my times of recording have sort of been taken up now with homeschooling. At the minute my husband's off, but he's been busy sorting other stuff. So I've still been doing the bulk of the homeschooling. And then we thought he wasn't going to be working for a while, but then Nicola Sturgeon has just said that the window cleaners can go to work. But now he's not sure. Like, we don't want people that, you know, are looking across the street thinking, why are they at work? Why aren't they keeping everybody safe? So I don't want to cause panic in the community. But then obviously both of us being self-employed, I'm not sure if we would get any of the money that they're promising, because they've told window cleaners they can go out to work. So yeah, it's a difficult one, isn't it? So I'm going to stick that down Thankfully though, we are not battling the virus, so there's so many of you in that actual category that, you know, I'm not going to sit and complain about everything else. Happy to do my bit to stay safe. I was hoping, and I will do at some point, to put some little freebies up and bits and pieces, extra bits and pieces for everybody to have a play with in these difficult times. But intentions have been good, and time factor has not been quite so amenable. Right, I'm going to add some of these bits that I had chopped off from the other page. I'm just going to grab a little bit of 3D foam just to raise these bits up a little bit, just to give a little bit of added dimension. So like originally I was thinking down here, but I don't like the way the pen has bled on that little bit, so I just make sure I cover it up with something, so when things happen that don't quite go to plan, that is a-okay. We can just work with it and make it so that we like it. Okay, so I've got that, and then I'm thinking if I put a little one here, and I think that's probably all it needs. I really don't think these papers need much at all, so hopefully that should make stash busting these a lot easier. Right, so that is my first card from this paper pad here, and as I said, I will work away on that for the rest of the month, and we'll be back with you on the 25th of next month to let you know how I've got on. And please do check out what all the other ladies have done. I'm totally inspired by how quickly they are using up their stash. Also thank you to Lovely Deb, who has organised this collab. Do check out her as well. If you have enjoyed it here, please do consider liking and subscribing, and I'll be back again very soon. Okay, take care then, and goodbye.